Hey Warriors, this is Chief. Brought my buddy here, William. I heard that William just recently had a birthday. Is this true?
Yes.
When was this?
Yeah. Yesterday. Wait,
Yeah.
no. Wednesday.
Wednesday. How old are you?
12.
12. Give me some. All right. William's going to help me today, and we're going to go over the ins and outs of how to, when you get your first RC, basically how to take the body off, how to take the battery out, what the charger does, how the charger does it. And then we're going to let William run it around here in the yard for a little bit. So bear with us. All right, so we got the screws here, and we undo the screws here. All right, and I'm going to put, wait a minute, I'm going to put the screws down. There's always 4 screws. The other screws are hidden under here. Thank you very much. That'll help holding it down. Go ahead, just see if you can get your fingers in there and get that one out. All right, now lift the body up. There you go. Nice set. All right, now when you charge the batteries, you pull this pin out here. You never charge the battery while it's in the car. Always take the battery out of the car. Hold that. This is the battery.
And
This
it's
here,
explosive.
huh?
And it's explosive.
Nah, not this one. It's a regular battery, unless of course you know you want to throw it in a camping fire. But, nah. All right, this is the charger. Now what's cool about this charger is, let's say you go to the track and you don't have access to a wall plug. Unplug this, you can have an adult plug this into a cigarette lighter. You can charge up your battery, so if you're like at one of the outdoor tracks, you can sit there and use this out in the field by plugging this into a car battery lighter. Or if you're at home, get an adult to help, plug this in. Then you take the battery, and if you look, there's a little square, or like a little notch right there, you see that? Mm-hmm. And then on this side, there's not one. If you look right there, see how that notch is right there? It goes right in there like that, and then you just plug it in. But this battery's already been charged up. I charged it up earlier, okay? Mm-hmm. But right here, there's a little blinking light. It'll blink when it's charging. It'll stay solid green when it's done charging. If it's red, well, the battery's no good. It's that simple. That look easy? All right, and we'll keep that here in the box. Now, I would like to thank Roy and the organization of RCing for Veterans for donating half of each of those chargers to this build. That was really nice. I'd also like to thank Roy for the transmission. He donated this transmission. The let's see, there was something else. The front bumper was donated by Dark Ecliptic Heart from Creatures Remains. That was donated. The front A-arms were donated. The receiver and the remote were donated by Chris. Now, I'm not going to put your last names in there because I know how it is. You know who you are. If you want people to know who you are, go ahead and tag yourself in it in the video in the comments below. But I know how it is when first you sit there and say, oh wow, that person donated something, let me see if they got something they can give me. And then the next thing you know, you got 100 people calling you up going, hey, you got this, you got that. And you know, that just takes away from the building of the RC. All right, so did you understand how the remote works? Do you think we explained that good enough for the people on video to understand how to use one of these?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you take the battery, you lay the battery flat in there like that. Okay? Push the cord off to this piece here. Put this brace in there so that hole falls down on that post. And you take this, and I've got a little extra, what we used to call Chief's pens. Move this over this way a little bit. There we go. There. Now it's in. You see that? Mm-hmm. Now I always like to say, if you're under 16, always try to get some adult supervision or some adult hands, but it's also a good idea to understand how an RC, getting the battery in, getting it charged up, and everything else. Now, when you plug in the motor to the battery, you want to make sure you got the red wire matched up with the red wire. See that? When you plug it in. Now it's plugged in. Now to turn it on, you see that blue button right there? Mm-hmm. Push that blue button. It's on. See the green light flashing? Mm-hmm. Now you always want to have your remote on so the car doesn't take off. Now we're going to make sure that the remote is on. We have a live car. Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. Did you know that I built this car all the way from scratch?
Nope.
This is not a store-bought car. This is a car bought strictly from scratch. Now, if you want, once I line up these holes in the back, don't lose those. Line them up, drop it on there. What do you think of that Superman symbol on there? Isn't that cool? Mm-hmm. All right, you lock up the front ones, I'll lock up the back ones, all right?
Okay.
Maybe I should have went with the pins on this one. All right. How you doing up there, all right?
Good.
Oh, you're beating me at this. Now make sure they're real tight. I'm gonna double check for you, okay? Perfect. All right, now there's Velcro on the back here. Just line the Velcro up, and that helps cover up these holes. That way it kind of gives it a cool looking look. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, hold your hand here with the back end down. That's reverse. That's forward. This is your on-off switch. These other buttons, make sure that they're straight up and down right here. See how you got these buttons right here? Mm-hmm. It's got a little line right there. You want to make sure that they're straight up and down. Don't worry about touching any of these buttons here. Just you want to worry about this button here. All right, hold that remote. It's live. When you hit that, it's on. Now we're going to let William play with it for a little while, and we're going to film him playing with the car. Take it on down there a little bit. It's got some room. Going backwards. Nice. Nice spin out.
I learned it from video games.
All right, let me see it for a second, okay?
Oops.
All right, let me try this again. Now I want the guys to see that William is wearing one of my channel shirts. Turn around. Let me see the back. All right, now turn around. William, on behalf of RCing for Autism, this RC is yours. This RC was built by the RC community for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Tell them thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, what does Chief always say at the end of his videos?
Keep RCing, my friends.